blow it on that side, we'll be fine. All right, we're just sitting on the beaver dam. We're gonna set up with this and we're gonna use explosives and remove the beaver dam. Alright, this is just a juvenile coyote that we caught this morning on a drag.
This is a nutria. It lives in the swamp with the beavers. Our dog Pickett loves nutria.
I can't get in the camera. Alright, behind me, and you notice I don't get near as close to these as I do the coyotes. I don't want to turn my back to it. Really the only animal that we deal with much, maybe an otter. It scares the living daylights out of me. Another thing I want to show is that cat's been in there. This is the foot it was caught on. But there's no damage to the foot. It's just the hair was laid down a little bit. He's intact completely. Didn't break the skin, didn't scratch him, didn't do anything.
We took a dam out right there. We're fixing to open another dam up there. See now we got water coming through here. What I showed you a while ago that was dry, it's now filling up from water. We just removed the beaver dam up there.
Katie from California wrote in talking about how inhumane trapping was, how inconsiderate what we're doing is. We're going to educate Katie right here. This is a coyote trap that we catch a lot of our coyotes with. It's a cold spring trap, just like what you'll see throughout the show. It's not that big of a deal. That's it right there. It does sting a little bit on the initial pop, but we're good after that. Cold spring, they're good to go. That thump.
Cover broke.
Go back to the truck. Cover stopped up. Yeah. Whew. Basically what we have here is a beaver lodge. The faster I kill them, the better it is. So I've got Pickett, the bulldog. I'll set the trap and then Pickett's gonna go in the back door and he'll either drag them out for me or they'll try to leave through the front door and hopefully I get them in the H stand.
Where that? Go get in there. Get in there. Get him, Pickett. Get him, Pickett. Come on.
He ain't home, is he?
Right here, right behind me is a crossroads, and this is like a shooting lane, and right in front of me there is the dirt road. I'm sitting under a big red oak, and there's several reasons I do that. Being in Alabama, early fall, we're still, right now, it's right at 90 degrees today. So you get under the shade tree, and it helps you from, kind of keeps you cooler. You've got a lot of acorns on this red oak. You'll have a lot of deer and stuff, a lot of deer sign right here where they're coming in feeding. It's an ideal spot for a coyote to come through here hunting. Like I say, it's a crossroads. Also, It's in the shade. It's in the evening shade. When we catch a coyote, we try to keep him in the shade as much as we can, keep him comfortable and as much as possible, where he don't get overheated. The lure and the bait also holds up better when it's not setting out in 90-degree sun. It's under these shade trees like that. It doesn't dry out near as fast. And like I said, a big part too, it's comfortable to work under when it's like shadier. But right here, I'm gonna put like a walk-through type set. I'm gonna use a gland lure and a little yearn and maybe a food-based lure, and try to pull a coyote in here between these. So I'm fixing to dig my bed, and this ground is hard as concrete. So it takes a little while to bust it up. Running rebar or earth anchors is extremely difficult in this ground right now. Very, very hard ground. As you see, when I busted this ground up, this is what we got right here. Good old prairie dirt in Alabama. Like I say, you could shoot it out of a slingshot. Very hard ground. Kind of filling in a little bit underneath it with what little dirt I got here to work with. I use a little pan cover right here. Then I bring my own dirt. You can use basically anything. This is peat moss. Kind of work it down in there a little. Then you bed your trout. Work it in good. We don't want it to wiggle none. Alright, getting some of the local dirt I just dug up. Clean it up. I picked up some old dead grass. Kind of hide this chain a little bit. This chain, the dye and all is gone off of it. Done caught some coyotes with it. It's on a drag there. Kind of hide it out a little. Alright, this is several ways you can do this. I'm gonna put a little punch hole right here. Add a little bit of a curiosity lure, a little food lure type stuff. Use a little coyote gland lure on stick. Lucky here it goes up in this hole pretty good. I get a little coyote yearn and put a little here, there, and strong stuff. They have no problem finding it. And plus all this is like an eye appeal too. Next to this road right here, the coyotes will be able to see it and plus smell it. I like to use several kind of sets when I'm working a place. And this is just one of several that I do use.
It's just another southern coyote. This is what mange looks like. He's got a pretty good bit of it. He still does have some fur, but he doesn't have any on his ears, belly. He'll have a harder time in the winter. But this is the not so glamorous part of being a trapper in the South. We do have an explosive license, which a lot of the times we use for dam removal, but this piece of property that we're on here, it's just dam after dam after dam after dam. The fun part of this is that a cottonmouth's favorite spot to lay is down in these dams. When we get to digging them out with a tater rake, which is exactly what it is, a potato rake, a lot of times we unearth them and they come up on us, and when the current starts actually coming through the dam, a lot of times the cottonmouths come down through it. So it's just a constant struggle with the snakes. See a lot of other cool stuff come down the creek too when it gets to going, fish, what have you, but snakes is what we're concerned about.